32 and ladder 11. They went in there, they're aggressive, they're safe, and they prevented I think we're not live.
There's one more news company that's coming through.
Right now?
Yeah, I guess that's why he was going.
Oh. I can go. How's the sound? Still good? I didn't know if it kicked off. Were you guys all out there this morning? 10? I know 10. Anita was. She's always in those early ones. I've done stuff with her.
She's doing stories.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah, our PIO said that he did sound with multiple stations, so I don't know if you guys have.
Our station was there.
You guys were there? Yeah. Continue? Okay. We'll do it. We're good? Yeah. Stand by.
I think there's, I don't know why they're coming.
Yeah, we do want to thank you all for being there this morning. We know, I mean, large column of smoke, it's going to get multiple calls. It's going to get a lot of interaction. And when we have an event like this and what happened with what this, I'll let him talk about it, but it's an absolute tremendous heroic effort. But I'm going to let him talk about it. But I do want to give credit to our fire stations and our firefighters that got there. Like I said, we had station 23, 28, station 32, and station 11. They encountered a tremendous amount of fire in this backyard. It extended to the home, and what they did is they prevented that fire from spreading and extending to adjacent homes. Another department that I want to credit is our community assistance program. What they were able to do was help these children that were saved, get them reconnected with their family. That is a huge factor in the Phoenix Fire Department and what our community assistance program does. They help relocate patients. They help families that their house is burned, get them new housing, get them new clothes, anything you think of. They do an absolute fabulous job. We don't want to let this event go unnoticed. That's why I'm going to turn it over to our heroic guy this morning. I don't know any other way to put this, but I want to let him tell you what he saw, and I want to let him tell the story. He's got a pretty substantial background in life-saving. He's got a lot of experience, and I can tell you that he coordinated with our firefighters on scene to help make this scene and this incident go smoothly. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Dana Lambert. So we're going to mic him up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's like 5. Yep, you guys just start pulling it off.
I'll just start
Yep.
unplugging them and you can just drop them down.
Just whatever.
Sure.
Same thing with probably all of them.
Okay.
Oh, they put them all up and then we'll put them all out.
Okay. Give them that one. Yeah.
Stand there. We have them, but
Right.
Just step right there.
video experience.
Right. Exactly. You guys, it's normal.
Thank you. That's all of them?
Get you to stand about right here where I'm at.
Okay.
Wherever you got space.
Okay. You gonna leave me out here?
Let's start with your name, sir.
Dana Lambert.
Just talk, you're a firefighter, retired, or what?
Yes. So I worked for the emergency management and retired as a captain 4 years ago. Came out of the gym and saw the smoke was just starting to come out. As a fireman, you can read the smoke. You know that that was a really early fire. So I just went to watch the guys put the fire out. So I got there and went to park, and there was no fire trucks there. The neighbors are screaming that there's girls inside. Propane tanks are blowing up on the right side of the house. So jumped over the fence, got everybody out to the street because of the explosions, and worked to get the two girls out. One of the girls wanted to get her puppy. So we went back and made sure we got her little puppy, but pulled the girls out. There was smoke in their room, but not bad enough where they needed medical assistance. So I was there at the right time with a lot of training. Trucks came on super fast. Phoenix has an amazing program here, not like we have where I worked. Tons of resources, everybody working in unison, just magical. So I watched those guys, I gave them the size up so that they come aggressively fight the fire, but keep the guys safe.
How long have you been retired?
4 years.
How is it to, spend so much time being a firefighter and kind of have those instincts kind of kick in when you see that there aren't any firefighters there on scene yet, and you hear that there are, two girls in a home?
The best way to explain it is you're a fireman, I'm giving my time. It's like a lottery ticket. We say, okay, we're going to give a lot of time. We're going to give Christmas away. We're going to give birthdays and soccer games and all these things away and sit at the station and clean and train and do more mundane tasks for this magical minute where you can make those huge impacts. So for me to just sit in my truck and be able to hop out and do it and grab one, loved it. Every fireman that's in a blue shirt would do it exactly like I did, and they're praying for that.
How long was it from when you arrived on scene to when you stepped in to help, and then also how long was it between, you helped and saved those girls to when teams?
Neighbors were trying to get the girls out. The egress windows were too small, too tall. They didn't have the strength to get them out. So as soon as I came up, they were screaming there, but they couldn't help. So yeah, I just jumped out of my car, jumped over the fence, and just got there as quick as I could.
Just talk about what it's like. I mean, you've been retired for a while, you said.
Yeah.
Just being in this area and seeing this particular fire station, you have some familiarity with them and relationship.
I have a disabled son. He's 8 years old, and he has really bad seizures. So this fire department is the one that comes to my house. So when they came on to scene, they were like, when things settled down, hey, Dana, how you doing? How's your son doing? We just have a great relationship with those guys. They really care about the community, and I just can't say enough about them. They've saved my son's life. So.
What was it like inside the home?
Most of the fire and the explosions were in the garage and the shed in the back right corner. The girls were in the front left corner. So pretty heavy smoke, no heat. Got them out before it was dangerous.
You're a father yourself, so to be able to help a family in such a vulnerable position, what does that feel like? I mean, I'm sure, seeing those girls, they probably were scared even if it wasn't, fully engulfed or there wasn't that much smoke, but it is a scary situation for someone who hasn't been in that position.
We get used to the situation, but when a mom comes and sees her, because the mom and parents weren't home and they're 12 and 7 years old and they're very scared, and their home is destroyed and their parents aren't there. So when the mom comes or the aunt came, it's a deep moment for me too. So it makes you cry, because you feel good that they're safe.
Have you had a chance to speak to their family?
I met the mom as she arrived, and she gave me a long hug, and I said, "Your girls are very brave."
We've obviously seen the footage of, what's left of that home. It's not a lot. It's kind of, scary to see. Even just hearing, explosions, propane, I think people get scared, hearing that. Have you looked at the images since all of this?
No, I just went home. I haven't seen anything on the news or anything like that. I'll drive by and check out the house and see what it looks like. But to that, there was a lot of propane and a lot of fire load that was there, tons of pallets. And so it was an intense fire super fast. And the fire crews got on it really aggressively and kept it so it didn't go to other houses. But in the end, they're not going to risk their lives with propane and everything blowing up when there was no people inside.
What would be a recommendation or message you have for somebody else to find himself or herself in this same situation, but without the training you have? What to do in these cases?
If you don't have a lot of knowledge, it could be a dangerous situation. We're used to sizing up the operation really quickly and making quick decisions. One thing on this home that I would recommend is the windows were much too tall and much too small, so the kids couldn't get out. They were right there and they couldn't get out, right? So egress windows, it's a public safety issue. That was critical on this one. The only way that the girls got through was barely fitting, like on Winnie the Pooh, getting stuck through those windows. So that's the most important thing that I saw.
So you wouldn't recommend somebody else to do something like this? Better call 911 or something like that?
Right. Yep. Those guys have the training. They have the skills. It was quick in, no risk, but we just have a lot of experience for 20 years.
Being a firefighter, you train for these situations. You've done it for several years as a job. But what's it feel like to actually put that work in and know that it helped in a situation where it's critical?
When we're firemen, we sometimes we win and sometimes we lose. And there's a lot of skeletons in my closet when I go to sleep were the people that I lost. And maybe I could have changed something a little different, or the situation wasn't perfect, and those eat at you. But the ones like this are victories that help balance it out and fill your heart.
Firefighters put themselves in, unsafe situations. It's people calling you in an emergency at like the worst time in their lives. To hear people, calling you hero today, what's that feel like?
I don't think that's correct at all. For us, every one of those guys on those trucks would have done the exact same thing on his day off, because they tell us that we're firemen on shift and off shift, how we drive our vehicles, how we talk to people, how we act in the grocery store. Everywhere we go, we're representing the fire department. So when you have that mindset, then it's just common to do it.
Do you think the outcome would have been different if you weren't just driving by at that particular moment?
The first truck on scene wasn't dispatched. They happened to be driving and they pulled before they ever got called. So that just gave them the fastest response time possible. So those crews were there, and I think the girls had the door shut, which kept the smoke out of their room. I think they would have had time and they would have taken care of it themselves because they were fast. And fires double in size every 3 minutes, but they got there so fast because they have a lot of resources.
Is there anything else you want to?
No?
There you go. Did you say that you have a son that's going to be a firefighter?
Yes, he's right there watching. He's in EMT class.
So you're a family of firefighters.
My dad was a fireman. Yes, sir. You come up in a certain way to serve the community. So a lot of those families have that mindset, and they rear their children there and prioritize community service over money and other things.
If you guys need one-on-ones, we can do them. I'll do them and stuff like that. But you're good.
Did I do okay?
Yeah, you did great. You
Okay,
get a lot
good.
of credit on every end. You did good.
Okay, good.
You sounded very knowledgeable. You have 20 years as a fireman, so we're good. So if you guys
Cool.
want one-on-ones, or you guys want to do any kind of, if you guys need you guys want B-roll or anything like that.
Do you guys have any more information on the actual fire itself?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Either send that to us or.
Just on a clip.
Yeah, just